So, let's find our seat. Maybe you want to sit down, or if you really want to lie down, feel free to lie down too. We talked about in the email and last week about redirecting our thoughts. Just thinking about having our practice today. We do this all the time in our practice, but let's be especially mindful today. If as we're moving through our sequence, or maybe we're pausing in a shape and our mind starts to go to that to-do list, or it gravitates toward that spot on the ceiling or that dust in the corner, we'll redirect our mind. So finding our seat, maybe closing the eyes. Let's bring an intention into our space, and that intention can be to what we redirect our mind. In the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, he gives us lots of options for things to focus on. It could be something that elevates our spirit. It could be a dream that we had. So anything that you want to redirect your attention. It could be a color, it could be a virtue, it could be some way that you want to feel when you're done practicing. So where we focus our attention, that becomes our experience. So bring that intention into your heart space. Maybe feel in your space, your physical space around you, and the physical space of your body, maybe even your heart space and your head space. Feel that intention. Now let's bring our hands to our hearts, and holding our attention on our hands in this moment. If we begin to get carried away with a thought or maybe a sensation in the body, we bring it back to our intention, or we bring it back to this shape. So hands in front of our heart in prayer. We'll inhale to open the arms up, maybe bringing the hands behind us so those shoulder blades pinch together. And then bring the hands together and front palms meet. Inhale, extend the hands back, pinch the shoulder blades together. And then bring the hands forward, bring the palms to meet. Maybe rub those hands together in front of the heart. The arms are extended, creating a little bit of heat. You can keep the eyes closed if you want. Just let my voice guide you. And then once those hands feel warm, maybe it takes a while. I know sometimes Peg's hands are cold, so are mine sometimes. Let's bring those hands apart. Feel that energy between them. And now bring our arms above our head. Let's make cactus arms or goalpost arms, palms face forward. Open your eyes if you want, or keep them closed. We'll bring that right arm down so the right palm faces back, the right thumb is facing towards the side body. And kind of like that, walk like an Egyptian. Bring the arm up, and then the left arm bring down. And let's just move through that motion. So inhaling, switching the palms and the fingers. And then exhaling, doing it again. One breath per movement. Inhale, switch. And then exhale, do it again. Good. One more time, switch. And then whichever fingers are pointing down on an inhale, draw them up. Yeah. Then we'll exhale, bring our elbows and our hands together. Breathe in. And now let's gently, keeping those hands together, bring the knees up, bring the feet out, and maybe rock back. So it's going to look like a boat pose with our hands in prayer in front of the chest. So maybe you feel the arms active, the back, feel that core. Let's just tap our heels down, lowering one heel and then another. Keeping those hands together, elbows together if you can. Active side body, active low body as we move the feet, tapping the heels. And now let's bring both heels up. Open up the arms like a cactus. You might shine the heart forward. Find yourself sitting up just a little, the legs might wiggle and wobble. And now bring those heels down with control, lifting the shoulders over the hips. And now bring those hands down. Let's walk the feet forward. Slide those feet forward, shoulders over the hips. Breathe in. Exhale, flex the feet towards the face, coming into our Dandasana, our staff pose. Maybe bring awareness to that low belly. Where our attention goes, that's where our experience is. So if we bring our awareness to that low belly, we're going to notice that sensation there. You can let the hands hover, or you can press them down. And now maybe let's draw our awareness away from that low belly to the tops of the thighs. And oh, now we notice the tops of the thighs. And now let's release the effort, lowering the heels, relaxing shoulders. Maybe place the hands on the thighs and just gaze past the toes. Let's breathe in. Exhale, sweep the arms out and inhale to draw the arms up. Let's exhale, fold forward, coming into our forward fold, Paschimottanasana. You can wiggle out the sits bones, bend the knees. Maybe you bring that forehead close to the knees, or maybe you just hover that heart over the thighs. Breathing in and out. And just bringing your awareness to a different part of the body, to a specific part of the body. And now we'll exhale to bring the shoulders over the hips, roll the shoulders back, drop those shoulders down, elbows hang, press the hands into the floor, flex the feet, Dandasana. Breathe in. Direct your awareness to a specific part of the body. Breathe in. Let's exhale, release the heels down, and then we'll walk our hands back. Let's come into a reverse plank. So getting those elbows pointing back, the fingers pointing towards the glutes, kind of maybe bring the heels down and then lift the heels and then extend the legs. And you might need to adjust your arms. Sometimes I don't find that sweet spot, so I lift those hips. Lift the hips to the sky. You can bring that head back. So the ears are kind of in line with the shoulders. Breathing in and out. And now let's exhale to just lower the glutes down, and then we'll inhale at the bottom. And exhale, drive back up, straightening the legs. The body is long. Reverse plank. Breathe in and out. We'll inhale to lower. Exhale when you get there. Maybe release the hands, shake them out, and then we'll come right back into our reverse plank whenever you're ready. Maybe you want to find Dandasana instead. Either staff pose or reverse plank. Breathing here and bringing your full awareness into the shape. And now let's exhale, lower everything down. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Let those shoulders kind of relax with no weight on them. Breathe in. Exhale, let's fold it forward. Paschimottanasana. Breathe in and out. Folding forward, being present. Now one more breath. Now let's exhale to bring the hands to one side. Kind of sweep those feet over, coming into tabletop. Hands forward, knees planted. And let's turn our fingers out to the sides of the mat this time, guys. So right fingers maybe face the right side, and left fingers maybe face the left side, just for something kind of new. And get those knees underneath the hips. And let's just kind of move the hips side to side. And as we move those hips side to side, kind of leaning into that hand, see if we can stretch open the side of the forearm, the inside of the arm. Just going back and forth smoothly. And now let's point those fingers forward, and we bring ourselves to stillness, fingers face forward. Get into the position that feels right for your plank, but send your right foot back first. Coming onto the ball of that right foot, toes are on the ground. And we're going to ease our way into our plank. So when you're ready, send that left foot back. And here we are, plank pose. Breathe in and breathe out. On your exhale, maybe bring that left foot towards the middle behind you and just hover that right knee towards the right elbow, and we'll pause here. Breathe in, and now exhale, send that right foot back to the middle, maybe where that left foot was, and bring the left knee forward. So you're kind of in a tripod with the hands and the foot. Breathe in. One more breath. Now exhale, send that left foot back, and then place that right foot where you usually have it for your plank. And on an exhale, we'll find our downward facing dog, lifting the hips back, maybe grounding the heels, hands press into the floor. Feel those lungs float towards those collarbones. Some lightness in the suspension of the lungs. Breathe in. Exhale, sinking into your upside down V shape. Let's ground the left foot, ground the hands, bring that right leg to sky, maybe bend the knee, stack the hips. Maybe make your favorite shape with that knee. And now let's lower that right foot down, finding a downward facing dog again. And then we'll inhale, plant the right foot in the hands, lift the left foot to sky, bend the knee, exhale, stack the hips. Nice job, guys. Breathing in and out. Maybe being mindful, let me press into the hands and feel the chest reaching for the thighs. Inhale. Now let's exhale, lower that left foot down, finding your downward facing dog. And now inhale, glance up with the hands. So step that right foot forward, lowering that left knee down. Inhale to rise up, and we'll find those cactus arms again. Nice. So you lower the knee or lift it, whichever feels right. Let's pinch those shoulder blades together, bringing those elbows back. And then hands come together. Maybe touch those elbows, touch those palms, curl the toes under. Now let's lift up into our crescent, unless you're already there. Crescent lunge, breathe in. Exhale, sigh. One more breath. Now let's exhale, bring those elbows towards the knee as we hinge at the waist. And now let's bow a little more, release those hands on the inside of the foot. Maybe that shoulder comes towards the knee. Finding our humble warrior. Inhale. And now exhale, maybe just for fun, if it feels right for you, keep that left hand planted. Bring the right arm maybe underneath that right knee. So it looks really weird. It's like an awkward airplane. The right arm underneath the right knee in that lunge. See how that feels. And then maybe you bring that left arm up, finding an awkward airplane under that right knee. And if you can't bring it under, maybe you bring it over, finding awkward airplane. One more breath. Exhale, plant the hands on the inside of the foot. Now let's lower that left knee. Bring the right knee back. So now we're in tabletop again. Breathe in. And then exhale. Let's bring that left foot forward. Rise up, coming into our low lunge first. And always rise up to full lunge if you want. Bring cactus arms. Now this time, instead of pinching those shoulder blades together, we're going to bring those elbows towards the hips. And that's going to activate those side muscles on the ribs, those anterior serratus. Bring the arms like a goalpost. And then exhale as if you're moving through honey. Bring those elbows towards the hips. Now pause there. Yeah. Curl the toes under. Let's lift up. And then come into a Y with those arms into our crescent lunge. One more time, bring those elbows towards the hips as if you're moving through cold honey. Now pause. Exhale, bring the elbows to meet, palms to meet in front of the face. And we'll fold into our humble warrior. Maybe those elbows beside the knee just to start. And then if it feels good, you drop the hands and bring the shoulder on the inside of that left knee. Nice, yep. Breathing in and out. Namasthe, Virabhadrasana. Deep breath in. Maybe you try to bring that left arm underneath that left knee. Feeling that awkward airplane. You can lower that right heel if that helps you find stability in the feet. Maybe you bring that right arm out, and if you can't bring the arm underneath the knee, then bring it on the side or on the top of that leg. Fly in this airplane. Feeling that strong left leg. Now let's exhale to bring the hands on the inside of the foot. Pause here. Now lower that right knee. Let's bring the left knee back to meet the right. And now bring those knees back or the hands forward. Find our puppy pose, Anahatasana. And exhale, sink that heart down to the ground. As close as feels comfortable. We're never straining in our asanas. We're just moving and listening to the messages that our body is sending us. Directing our awareness to where we want that experience to be. Let's inhale. Now exhale, lower down those elbows if they're not there already. Let's come onto our stomachs as we send those legs long behind us. Maybe those shoulders are over the elbows. And then maybe we activate that back to lift the heart. And maybe the shoulders come higher over those elbows for a Sphinx pose. Now from here, let's breathe in. And then exhale, kind of lower down the belly, lower down those low ribs. Lower down the chest a little more, and then bring those elbows underneath the shoulders. And we're just gonna move through kind of some rolling cobras. So activate that back, maybe you press into the floor, and you lift that chest. The back is actually doing the effort here. And then lower down, maybe the nose, and then the forehead comes down. Then inhale, press into the floor, activate that back. Roll up, maybe you get a little higher this time. And then roll it down. The shoulders, heads shining forward, the front of the shoulder parallel with the ground. Press into the floor again. Maybe rising a little higher, maybe those arms become a little straighter. Shoulders drop. Maybe you're in a full cobra now. Let's lower down one more time with control, guys. Like that snake that's coiling down. So lowering with control, shoulder heads shine forward, front of the shoulders are down, back to the shoulders or to the sky, forehead on the floor maybe. And now let's press those hands down, lift up to Cobra, full Cobra, Bhujangasana. As if you had a backpack on, those shoulders are down. Breathe in. Now let's exhale, press back to child's pose for just 2 breaths. Lengthen those hands. Lengthen the side body, lengthen the back. Exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And now let's exhale, roll forward. Step the right foot between the hands. Now step the left foot. Let's hang out in our forward fold, grabbing opposite elbows maybe. Maybe you want to bring those hands to clasp behind, back, and you pull those hands to the sky as that head drags towards the floor, kind of creating a little traction in that back. Maybe you slightly move those shoulders or the hands back and forth, creating some movement in the chest and the shoulders. If the hands are lifted, if the hands are underneath, grabbing opposite elbows, you can do that same thing. Now pause here. Lower down the hands, and now let's try our Malasana, pointing our toes out, dipping those sits bones down, that pelvis down between the calves. And if Malasana is not in your practice, maybe you come into like a goddess and sink the hips down, or you come into your Malasana. We want to open up the hips with the knees out, toes out. Let's be here 5 breaths. Maybe closing the eyes. Bringing your awareness to different physical parts of your body here. Maybe your next exhale, you bring that left hand towards the ground, that right arm reaches to sky, and your gaze glances up towards that right thumb. You can keep that gaze there, Or you can bring it towards that left thumb. Just trying a different experience, seeing where you want your attention. Let's breathe in. And now exhale, bring the hands back to the heart space. Checking in and making sure that your hips and your feet still feel okay. You can give yourself a break if you need to. Exhale, bring the right hand down, the left arm comes to sky. Maybe you press that right arm into the leg and the leg into the arm. Lifting the left hand to sky. Breathe in and out. And now exhale, bring hands to the heart. Maybe you gaze at the thumbs or just past the tips of the fingers. Breathe in. And now exhale, release the hands, but bring them behind you. Those fingers point towards the heels, and we're going to walk it out, coming into a reverse tabletop. So those hips to the sky. Maybe that head is back, shoulders and ears in line. We'll breathe here a couple rounds of breath. Let's inhale to lower the hips down. And then exhale, let's drive the hips right back up. Lifting the heart, lifting the hips, head goes back. Let's inhale, lowering down the hips. Exhale, extending the legs. Stacking shoulders over hips, hands at the side. Maybe when you're ready, you find your Dandasana, flexing the feet. Maybe you flex the feet so much the heels lift. You can bring the hands to the side, glance past those big toes. Maybe engaging that low part of the belly. Let's inhale and exhale. On your next exhale, let the heels float to the floor. Release any effort in the arms. Bring the hands to the lap. And then we'll exhale, bring those feet apart, shimmy those sits bones so they feel just right in the right spot. And then we'll inhale, reach the arms to sky. We'll begin our wide-legged forward fold just by coming through the middle. So maybe you stay active as you exhale and hinge forward and keep the hands lifted. Reaching the sky, and reaching the arms as far forward and out as you can. If you want, you can bring those hands to the floor and roll the chin forward. Try to keep those feet flexed. And maybe you try to keep those pinky toes turned out, like kind of moving towards the ground, or just keep the legs straight to the sky. We'll be here for a couple of breaths. So really see if you can settle into this experience. On an exhale, let's lift the head if it's lowered. Lift the arms if they were lowered. And then we'll slowly lift those ears, wrists, shoulders over the hips again. Breathe in. Let's exhale to shine that heart towards the right foot. Maybe shimmy those shoulders and so that sternum and the arms feel just right. Maybe you adjust the feet, the width of the legs that are apart. And we'll exhale to hinge over that right leg. Maybe that left sits bone comes up a little bit if that's what you want to experience, right? If you want to keep that sits bones grounded, it's going to be a little different experience in that left leg. So creating your own experience here. Just folding over that leg, flexing the foot. Just breathe in. And this time, let's exhale to maybe press that right hand down. And then on an inhale, we'll lift that left hand to sky. Follow that left hand as we kind of open towards the heavens. And then exhale, bring that left hand down towards the foot, down towards that right leg. And then inhale to open, follow that gaze, kind of clamshelling. And then exhale, bring the hand back towards the inside of that leg, and we'll pause at the bottom. And then inhale, lift the head, let's lift the arms back over the shoulders. Yes, really nice, guys. Shine the heart forward, shoulders over the hips again. Maybe we give our arms a little break, bringing hands to prayer, reconnect with our intention. And then exhale, bring the arms to the sky. On your next exhale, turn that chest towards the left foot. And then we'll just hinge at the waist, bringing those arms forward. You can either keep them forward and lifted, or you can relax the hands down and round that chin to the chest. Allowing ourselves to just kind of float over the leg, just kind of enveloping this leg here with the front of the body and the arms. Let's breathe in. And now on your next breath, press that left hand down. And inhale to draw the right arm to sky, opening that clamshell. And then exhale, closing. Inhale, open. Exhale, close that hand down. Now let's bring that right arm up one more time. Inhale. Keep that gaze lifted. And now we'll exhale to bring that left arm out to the side, and we'll bring ourselves over the hips in this way this time. Meeting with the heart, meeting between the feet. Good job. Exhale, hands come to heart. Let the breath go. Maybe sweep the feet together, trying to keep those hands steady. Maybe we bring those wrists together, or those elbows together, excuse me, then lifting the elbows, coming back to where we started. Heels go down. Let's find our heels lifted, maybe rocking back, getting that center of gravity as we come into an expression of Navasana. Now maybe opening those palms so they shine towards the knees or towards the legs. The legs can be bent or they can be long. Let's bring both hands over to the right, maybe the hands meet. And then both hands float towards the left. And then towards the right. And now to the left. And then back over the knees, the hands part. Shoulders back, heart up. Lower those heels towards the earth with control. And then we'll plant the hands, send those legs long, and then gently kind of roll onto our back, lowering them to the forearms, the elbows. And when you get to your back, you can bring your knees into your chest. You can rock side to side. And then make your way to Shavasana whenever your heart desires. You can bring the feet into happy baby, knees down towards the armpits. Or move right into your Shavasana. When you get to Shavasana, perhaps you scan the body and then let everything go. Maybe you find your intention and just direct your focus towards that intention. And then with awareness, maybe gently bring you one foot to the floor to help you log roll over to one side. And pausing on that one side. And then when you're ready, you press up to a seated position. Let's feel our breath in the seated position, closing the same way that we started. Let's exhale and inhale. Exhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste.